In the bustling city of Lagos, there was a famous gym center called Fitness Court. Fitness Court was one of the best gym centers in the city, with the best fitness equipments and neat environment. They had beautiful young girls trooping in every morning for gym sessions. They had 6 female instructors and 1 male instructor called Rex. Rex was tall, handsome like a statue carved by the gods, with a smile that could melt ice and muscles that looked like they were made of stone. Women and men came to the gym just to watch him lift weights and teach his classes, their hearts beating fast not from exercise, but from his dazzling presence. As a fine boy, Rex took advantage of his female clients. Both the married and unmarried beautiful ladies were not just client. Olivia, the wife of a powerful army general named Greg, a man respected by many, felt lonely in her big, empty house, due to her husband's absence, sought something to fill her time, something to make her feel seen again. Walked into Fitness Court one sunny morning, with her eyes wide and nervous as she signed up for membership. Rex saw her from a distance and smiled. Rex glided across the gym floor, introduced himself to Olivia. "I see you're new," he said, his eyes locking onto hers. "Let me personally guide you. The first session is always free." Olivia, flustered by his intense gaze. For the next hour, Rex was the perfect gentleman, correcting her form with gentle touches and encouraging her with warm words. He asked her about her life, and Olivia, who was so used to being ignored, found herself telling him about her lonely days and her husband's long deployments. Rex listened intently, pretending to care, all the while weaving an invisible web around her. By the end of the session, Olivia felt a spark she hadn't felt in years, and Rex had her exactly where he wanted her. The training sessions became a regular event, something Olivia looked forward to all week. She started buying new workout outfits and spent extra time on her hair, all for Rex's approving glance. During their rests, their conversations grew deeper and more personal. Rex shared fake stories of his own difficult past, painting himself as a misunderstood hero who just needed the right woman to save him. Olivia's heart ached for him. She began to share her own secrets, her frustrations with her marriage, and the cold distance that had grown between her and General Greg. Rex absorbed every word, storing these secrets away like weapons for later use. He wasn't interested in her heart. He was interested in the power her husband's name held, and he saw a path to it through her. One evening, as the gym was about to close, Olivia was the last client left. Rex offered to give her a special stretching session to help her sore muscles. The large room was quiet, dim evening sunlight coming through the windows. The atmosphere was thick with unspoken tension as his hands worked on her shoulders, his touch lingering longer than necessary. He leaned close, his breath warm on her ear, and whispered, "You are the most fascinating woman I have ever met." That was the spark that lit the fire. Olivia, swept away by emotion, turned her head, and their lips met in a forbidden kiss. In that moment, she forgot her wedding vows, her husband, and everything else. The dangerous game had truly begun. Their secret affair started quickly, hidden in shadowy corners and cheap hotel rooms far from the eyes of their usual world. Olivia lived in a constant state of nervous excitement, lying to her house staff and making excuses for her absences. She felt alive for the first time in years, believing Rex was her true destiny, her escape from a gilded cage. Meanwhile, Rex played his part perfectly. He showered her with affection in private, but in public at the gym, it was all business, treating her just like every other client. This act made Olivia desire him even more, proving to her that their connection was special and secret. She had no idea that Rex saw her not as a lover, but as a stepping stone to a greater prize. The affair was a month old when General Greg returned home from his military exercises, that he noticed a change in his wife immediately. She was happier, more vibrant, but also distant and secretive with her phone. A soldier's instinct told him something was not right in his own home. Greg asked Olivia about her new routine, and she nervously told him about the gym and her excellent instructor, Rex. Greg simply nodded, his expression unreadable, but a deep suspicion took root in his mind. He decided it was time to meet this famous Rex. General Greg arrived at fitness court not in his workout clothes, but in his army uniform, his posture rigid and commanding. The entire gym grew quiet under his presence. He asked for Rex, and when the instructor came over, Greg looked him up and down, his gaze cold and assessing. He saw the handsome face and confident smirk, and his distrust grew instantly. "So you're the one my wife can't stop talking about," Greg said, his voice low and steady. "She says you're a miracle worker." Rex, though nervous inside, met the general's stare with a confident smile and a firm handshake. "Olivia is a dedicated client, sir," Rex replied. From that moment a silent war began between them. After meeting the general, Rex felt a new thrill. This was a man of real power and danger. Instead of being scared, he got excited. He saw a new challenge, a new game to win. His mind began to spin a dangerous plan. He wouldn't just steal the general's wife, he would take something more from him. That night, with Olivia in his arms, he planted a seed. "My love," he whispered. "If we are to be truly together, we need security. Your husband, he has so much. What if we had a little of our own? Just to start our new life?" He carefully suggested she should bring small amounts of cash or information from Greg's office to him, framing it as a way to secure their future freedom from the powerful man. Olivia, blinded by what she thought was love, agreed to Rex's plan. She started sneaking into her husband's home office. At first, it was just a little money hidden in a drawer. Then, she began sending Rex pictures of documents and deployment schedules. Rex was so excited, he stored the photos safely, and other blackmailing materials against the general. Olivia had a best friend named Mercy, a kind and sensible woman who had noticed the drastic change in her behavior. Mercy saw the secretive phone calls, the new expensive gifts Olivia couldn't explain, and the constant anxiety in her eyes. She was worried for her friend and tried to talk to her. "Olivia, what is going on? You can tell me," Mercy pleaded one afternoon. But Olivia, deep under Rex's spell. "Nothing is wrong, Mercy. I'm finally happy. Why can't you be happy for me?" she snapped, refusing to see the truth. Mercy, heartbroken but suspicious, decided to watch more closely. She knew General Greg was a tough man, but she also knew he loved his wife, and she feared what he would do if he discovered the betrayal. General Greg discovered that his office desk had been tampered with. He didn't confront Olivia yet. A good soldier never reveals his strategy too early. Instead, he began his own mission. He had Rex followed and dug into his past. He discovered Rex was not his real name, and that he had a history of seducing wealthy women for money in other cities before disappearing. Armed with evidence, General Greg confronted Olivia. He laid out the bank statements and the photos of her with Rex at an hotel. "Explain this," he said, his voice terrifyingly calm. Olivia broke down immediately, sobbing and confessing to the affair, begging for forgiveness. She said she was lonely, and that Rex made her feel special. General Greg devised a final, perfect plan. He forced Olivia to play along. She was to arrange one last meeting with Rex. Terrified and remorseful, Olivia agreed, wanting to fix the terrible mistake she had made. She called Rex, her voice shaking as she followed her husband's script. "I have it, my love. The final thing we need to disappear forever." Rex greedily and arrogantly took the bait immediately. He agreed to meet her at a deserted warehouse on the outskirts of town, a place he thought was safe and secret. As Rex entered the dark warehouse, he called out for Olivia, a smug smile on his face, dreaming of the money and power he would gain. But the lights flicked on, blinding him. Instead of Olivia, he found himself surrounded by armed military men, with General Greg standing in the middle. "You thought you could steal from me," Greg's voice echoed in the vast space. Rex was grabbed. His handsome face was now twisted in fear and defeat. Rex was handed over to the military intelligence squad for justice. The dangerous gym instructor was finally neutralized, his charm and looks useless against the law. General Greg and Olivia divorced quietly. Olivia, left with nothing but regret, moved away to start her life afresh.